Hey guys, Professor Bill, Comic Book University. Marauders, issue number 9. One of my absolute favorite of the Dawn of X books, and this one does not let me down in any way, shape, or form. I'm going to talk a little bit about this comic book, then we're going to break into some discussion about the live chat that's going to be coming up, and that's all going to be after we talk about who made this comic book. So the writer is Jerry Duggan, the artist is Matteo Lally. Color art by Edgar Delgado, VC's Joe Caramagna on the letters. The design is by Tom Mueller. Cover art, Russell Dauterman and Matthew Wilson, with a variant cover by Marcos Martin. Production is Nick Russell, and the head of X, as always, is Jonathan Hickman. And of course, the creators of the X-Men are Jack Kirby and Stan Lee. This issue is called The Journey to the Center of Pyro, which is actually really awesome. So, there's a lot of very funny, interesting stuff that happens in here with an unusually bigger boobed than usual Jean Grey. Oh yes, you heard me right. Suddenly has the hots for pyro. It's like, hey, you guys just got here, and listen, I'm just saying, maybe you just, we're going to stop here for a quick drink, and then we got to go back out. The Marauders got to go sailing again. But all of a sudden, Jean Grey is sitting on this cool hot rod, and it's like, hey, what's up? I was kind of hoping you could take me for a ride. Ooh, double entendre, sexual innuendo, bring the noise, bow chicka wow wow. So, freaking Pyro's like, okay, babes. And I mean, what do you expect? Like, Jean Grey's boinking Wolverine. She's boinking Scott. She might be boinking Emma on the side, and she decides she wants to, spice it up or fire it up. Fire it up. Remember that Crow movie? And, boink a little Pyro, too. Well, all is not as it seems. There's something going on behind the scenes here. And this was actually a freaking fantastic comic book. I like that every time I turned the page, I didn't know what was going on until I started reading the first panel. And I'm very quickly like, oh, okay, I get what they're doing here. Oh my God, wow. Like, this was fairly intense. This was fairly intense. We got a couple of potential deaths happening here, which aren't supposed to mean a whole lot, but it's the idea that we don't want this guy, Yellow Jacket, to get away, right? And yet, this was a really, really well put together comic book. All right, I don't think anybody could possibly argue against that. This was done really well, and everybody looks freaking awesome in this. And I'm not just talking about the art, really great art though, but like everybody for the most part had a great moment in here. And then there comes the dean of, hold on, I want to get the opinion of the Red Queen. Kitty Pryde, she's alive? Well, unfortunately not. They are having problems getting those particular eggs to function to bring Kitty back. You see, she's got priority because she's technically on the Shadow Council, right? She's the Red Queen. She's one of the 3 of that house. Problem is, they can't seem to get it to work. Yeah, this is really sad. Like, I'm sitting here looking in here, and when everybody's talking about, oh, deaths don't mean anything for X-Men, who cares? Deaths don't mean anything. Deaths don't mean anything, like deaths ever really meant anything before. Hey, Bucky, how you doing? How you been? Since you were dead for a couple decades, how's it going? But argument for argument's sake, this was really sad. Because this is a death that, so far at least, seems to matter. If she is brought back, am I going to recant that? Absolutely not. Because in a world where so many people are saying deaths don't matter, oh look, this is a really sad moment. But there is a light at the end of the table in the form of a half of a fish reward, or at least a thank you. I dug this comic, man. I definitely dug this comic book. I'm messing with this comic book. So check this out. I will be doing a live full spoilers review for this comic book at I don't know, maybe 11 o'clock at night on Thursday. Maybe I'll do it at 10 o'clock at night. I don't know. Who knows? Maybe I'll do it at 8 o'clock. But look for it. All right. So Thursday night, this coming Thursday night, look for a live review where I will also, coincidentally enough, be looking to review this book right here, Excalibur issue number 8. Since not a lot of people are really digging the Excalibur book, No promises on me putting out a review of this comic book. If I do, it'll be sometime tomorrow or after, because yeah, if people aren't really interested in it, why am I going to continue reviewing it in its own separate video, right? So if you want to see more about that comic book and my feelings on it and what happens in there, full spoilers, hey, show up on 8 o'clock. I still don't have a great sense of, what's the best time to do this. It would have to be sometime after 8 Eastern Standard Time. So if you guys have any suggestions for what time from 8 o'clock or after is good for you, that you can most easily attend it, by all means, give me a shout. I'll put it into consideration. I'll put it to a vote. But it really can't be before 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's just, that's not what my schedule allows. So anyway, guys, I'm out. I'll talk to you guys later about this comic book and this book on Thursday. And more reviews to follow. Professor Bill, Comic Book University. Class dismissed.